Hello, happy weekend. My name is Stacy and welcome to the Reads of an Apple. I'm here to start my week 30 reading vlog, or just weekly vlog, but I will touch base on what I'm reading. But this is mainly to do just generic life updates throughout the week, as well as play the quest calendar. But I do have some reading updates before we really get into it. So yesterday I started and finished Raise by Tilly Cole. This is the exclusive Patreon pick for the Smart Women Read Romance this month. The theme was dark romance. This won the poll, and this is the first book in her Scarred Souls series. I'm gonna give this 4.5 stars. Maybe 4 stars. I haven't decided yet. 4 or 4.5. I'm still kind of tossing up. I will decide by the time I sit down and write my review in the next day or so. I enjoyed this. It was kind of a tough read. Our hero goes through a lot, but I will touch base on all of my thoughts during my wrap up, and that's where I try to kind of keep most of my bookish talk is in my bookish only videos, but I at least want to touch base in these weekly vlogs if you have not watched any of them before. But what I will say is I use this for the Ripped Bodice Summer Bingo to cover the Mafia prompt, and then I had to shift this to my Summer of Swoon board number 2, and I use this to cover New to You author. So I now have 4 books that have shifted over to the second board. I still need 4 prompts on the first board to read, but hopefully I can get that finished up here soon and then really focus on banging out the rest of the Ripped Bodice, as well as the second board of Summer of Swoon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it though, but we will see. I might end up binging a bunch of novellas in the month of August to get those all, to get it taken care of, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's do the quest calendar and then I'll touch base on what I'm picking up next. So, if this is your first weekly vlog you're watching, welcome. I am playing the quest calendar of 2022, The Gates of Terralon. This is a daily quest calendar that is based off of role-playing tabletop games like Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, that kind of stuff. And we have been tasked by a world watcher to travel to different worlds and retrieve shards from a gate that went to the demon world. And once we collect all the shards, we can reassemble the gate and basically keep the demons from destroying the universe. We are playing as Savani Moonchaser. She is a monk class and a feline, so a cat person, which, if you know me, shouldn't be surprising because I love kitties. So last Friday we left off starting the Great Race. We are in an air-based planet where there's a bunch of floating islands and airships, and we are helping the ship that we landed on when we entered this world in the Great Air Race. So let's see how this goes. Okay. Ooh. Looks like we're gonna have to use our gunner skill that we learned last week. Super fun. But it looks like we are in the midst of the race. Tensions rise as participants line up in ships and mounted on winged beasts. An official announces the location of the finish line, and all of the contestants explode into a frenzied sprint. Once cleared of the spectators, the ships open fire on one another. Okay, so if this is your first time, all of the script is what I just read. This is like our story of what we're playing. This is what we're going to be doing. If we have to make rules, they'll usually give us a table like this. And then I'll show you yesterday's. Any of the mechanics that we have to use is in a box with this like focus, block style font. And then all of the information and rules that we need is on the back of the previous day. So based off of this table that we have today, we will be making rolls, gunner rolls for 3 ships and 2 racers. I'm guessing those are the ones that are just on winged creatures. Okay, and the gunner roll is slightly different. We roll a D100, so that is the percentile D10 and then the normal D10, and then the percentile has focus 2 digits, and so that'll be our 10s. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus, but whatever. You could kind of say it even though it was fuzzy, right? Alright, so let's just get through it. In our gunner skill, so the way that this works is we roll our percentile and then we get a number. Our gunner skill is a plus minus 30. So what that does is that gives us a range, and then if the goal that is needed is within that range, then we hit. So we'll just get into it and you can see as we go along how it works. So first one I rolled, a 95. So that is 65 to 100 because the max is 100. Okay, so the target to hit is 50. So because 50 is not within the range we have, we miss. Your shot misses. The opposing ship hits your ship and rocks the boat. You hit your head against the gun. Reduce your health by 2. Ooh, okay. Woo. It's not good to roll super high or super low because then you don't get the max from your range. And we have the highest range possible as of right now. So I'm going to mark 2 health points so I don't forget that later. Alrighty. And then roll number 2. So this is for the second ship. Fire the cannon. Okay, this is a lot better. This is a 56. So our range is from 26 to 86. And the target to hit is 35, which is within that range, so we hit. Your shot hits the hull of a ship and tears a hole in it. They won't get far without repairs. Okay, and then the third, fire the canyon. This is on the third cannon, not canyon. This is for the third ship. And this is a 20. So we are from 0 to 50. And the target is 75. So if you miss the target, your shot misses. The opposing ship shoots back and the blast flies through your gun port, whizzing past you and striking the floor. The residual heat burns you. Reduce your health by 1. Ooh. This is not going so hot. Okay, so racer number 1 is 55, so that's 25 to 85. So the target to hit is 60, so we do make it. If you hit the target, your cannon blast hits the wings of a mounted participant's bird. Okay, that's it. So our final roll, racer number 2. And this is another high one, 80. So we are 50 to 100. Okay, the target to hit is 75. So we do hit the target. The shot flies past a racer on a bird. It scares the bird and sends it in a dive to get away. So we hit 3 of our 5 targets. So we collect 3 gold. And that is all we have. I should also mention Saturdays and Sundays are combined in the calendar, so we'll only have 6 quests, like days to do. But that is it. So outside of any other updates I have, I will be picking up How Sweet It Is later tonight before Big Brother starts. This was one of my TBR prompts was a new to me author, and I chose Dylan Newton. I received this as a gift last year and have not read it yet, so I am excited to read this. It is between a horror author and like an event planner, so it's supposed to be like the king of horror and the queen of romance, and it sounds like her event planning is based around like weddings or wedding receptions and stuff like that. So I'm super excited. It's supposed to, I know it'll be not as steamy because it's a traditional contemporary rom-com, but I'm hoping that after reading Raise, this will just be a light, fun palate cleanser before moving into what I have to read later this week. But we will see how it goes. I will let you know once I have finished it and what my rating is. And that is all I have for you today. So I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a good Monday. And I'll see you all very soon. Hello. It is Monday. It is fairly nearly Tuesday. It is 11:20 and I'm going to film as quick of an update as I can. Earlier tonight was the Smart Women Read Romance Book Club, and we talked about Raise by Tilly Cole. And I am going to drop my rating. I was debating on if I wanted to give it a 4-star, and after kind of sitting with it yesterday and today, and I just kind of had some things I still kind of needed to think through on if it really was bothering me or not. And then when it was brought up in the book club, I kind of got some perspective on them. So I am dropping my rating for Raise to 3.5 stars. So I just want to throw that out there. So that is my new rating for it. I still enjoyed it, and I may or may not pick up more books in the series, but I liked the character of Raise itself. He is what really saved the book and kept me intrigued in the book. Him, and also him getting his revenge. But in other book news, I finished earlier today before book club was How Sweet It Is by Dylan Newton. I thought this, it is what it is. It is a contemporary rom-com, traditionally published, and I wasn't expecting a lot of steam going in, and I was just kind of expecting something light and fluffy and feel good, and it gave me all those. So I'm going to give it 4 stars. It just didn't quite hit it out of the park for me. There was a little bit cliche, and I do wish that there was a little bit more buildup of the tension. There's really only one steamy scene in here, and I wanted a little bit more, just like even just kisses or almost misses or interruptions or something, where I wanted the tension to build between them more, and it just didn't quite meet what I was expecting in that threshold. But the one scene that was in here, it was fine. It was over super quick, so I was a little disappointed in that, but 4 stars. I still really enjoyed it. I thought it was super cute. I am intrigued enough to pick up the follow-up book to this, which is All Fired Up. I have not bought it in paperback because even though I had this one in paperback, I wasn't sure if I would like this one enough to buy the other one in paperback. So we'll see. I might wait until after I read the other book before I decide if I want a paperback copy. But like I've mentioned before, this was a gift, so I have it, and I enjoyed it enough that I probably will keep it on my shelves, at least for the foreseeable future. But 4 stars, I enjoyed it. The bookmark I used is this one. It says "Thank you, donor." This is I think this is from NaNoWriMo. I don't know. I used to do NaNoWriMo a couple of times, and a couple of times I donated as well when I was older. But yeah, so there is How Sweet It Is. Oh, I should also mention, for this, I did shift it to the second board for my Summer of Swoon bingo board, and I use this for 2021 release. I did have plans to pick up a Jackie Lau book tonight, but those plans have kind of gone out the window because I'm pretty much just gonna crash when I go to bed shortly here. So tomorrow I will probably pick up a Jackie Lau book. But let's do the quest calendar. So yesterday we were in the Great Race and we were in the gunner position. We didn't do too hot. We got 3 3 out of the 5, so I'm assuming today we're continuing with the race. Okay, so it looks like we found some of the places where there are flags. You spend hours sailing the islands before a lookout on the Devil's Heart spots flight activity around the broken cluster. The ship dives down to get a flag. They are spread out and difficult to reach from the ship. They lower you down via a suspension rope to grab one. So grab a flag as the ship swoops by. This is a dexterity roll, reminder athlete. Perfect for us. For dexterity, we are at a +6, plus we have the athlete skill, which gives us a +2, plus we also get another +2 from athlete for our follower, so a grand total +10 to whatever we roll. And that's a 17, so we are 27. Okay. Though many flags have been taken, there are some still available. You only need to retrieve one to qualify. You aren't the first ship to find these flags, but perhaps you can make it up for it with the next one. You are lowered down on a rope and the ship sails as close as it can to the small island. You dangle below, hoping to get close enough to grab one quickly. If the result is 13 or more, yeah, we beat that by a lot. The ship drops so close to the island that you manage to run along the surface. You reach down and grab the flag. Success. You continue running and dive off the island as the ship pulls away. They hoist you up to the main deck. You take no time to celebrate as the ship sails off to find the next flag. We were doing like full-on parkour stuff there. That's fun. And that is all I have for you today. Oh, I did get mail today. And I was kind of peeved about it. Because the mail person who dropped it off was all grouchy because I had these things shipped to work. And we have a unit, we have our address, and we're in unit F of our address. And I put unit F. But when the people printed the like receipt thing that they put on their package, it had the top part twice, but didn't have unit F. So they didn't actually pull address line 2 from what I submitted. And then the dude was like giving us crap because it's a good thing I was here, otherwise it would have been sent back. And I didn't even get notification that these things shipped. And I checked my receipt and I told my boss, I was like, I put unit F. So I don't know. That dude was just being... he just was lording it over us because he could from the post office. But what I got today was the other 2 items I ordered for the Stanley Cup Championship. Really? Do you really have to come through here and make a mess and knock all my stuff over? She says it's bedtime. But, so I got my hockey puck, Stanley Cup Championship puck. And that is the back. It is an official puck. It's made in Slovakia, apparently. This is not a game puck. This is just a display puck, I guess. But I also got my mug. So I now have a fancy Avalanche coffee mug. The only mug I have for the Avs is a travel mug. So I'm excited to have like this kind of mug, a mug. Although if you look at the printing, it like wasn't fully centered on the mug, but that's fine, whatever. But it's super cool. Stanley Cup Championships on both sides with the A in the middle. It's super good. It's a fun size. I love mugs. And I love my boys. So yay. Stanley Cup champions. I'm still super excited. So these are so I got these 2 things and the hat. There are a couple other small like fan items I want to get, but I think I'm going to wait until things go on sale and if they're still available before the beginning of the season. It'll probably be like late August, early September because preseason stuff starts in September. But we will see what happens. But anyway, I'm tired. And I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a good Tuesday. Hello, happy Tuesday. Happy last Tuesday of July. Do you really need to come over here? She was perfectly fine eating dinner, and as soon as I start talking, she has to come over here and see what's happening. Do not play with the tripod. Do we say hi to everybody? Say hi. Let me tease move. You smell like kitty food. Look. Pay attention. Look at the camera. Hey. Look. Right here. You're so fussy. Anyway. I just can't help myself. So today a lot of books, oh my goodness, come out. So there are 6 books I was extremely anticipating coming out today. 2 of them in ebook form. One of them I have not bought yet, but I will. I was waiting till today and I just haven't gotten a chance to get onto the Kindle store and order it. But one is an anthology that I have had on pre-order for over a year, and that is this one here, Claims Among the Stars. I cannot wait. It's a sci-fi romance charity anthology, and when I pre-ordered it, it was for 99 cents way back when, and I am very excited. There is a Claclanian short story in here, a novella by Victoria Aveline, and I cannot wait to read it. I also know there's a Zoe Draven one in here, and there's a lot of other sci-fi authors that I've read before too, so I'm super excited. Those 2 I'm probably going to read first. I don't think I'll just sit and read it straight, but sometimes I do that with anthologies, or I might just kind of pick a couple stories at a time and go from there. But I'm very, very excited. I've been waiting for news for the next full book from Victoria in the Claclanian series, but at least we have this little novella to tide us over. So I'm very excited for that. And then what did show up today as well is A Remarkable Rogue by Anna Harrington. This is the fifth. This is the 5th book in her Lords of the Armory series, which I am not caught up on, but I have had this on pre-order forever as well. This one and the previous book actually went up around the same time pre-order wise, but I'm loving this blue cover. The blue and the yellow, super fun, but I definitely need to catch up in this series. I'm very excited. I love Anna Harrington. And then the other books, I've had a day. And now I know I have mentioned before that I saw an interview with a couple authors. One of them was Kerrigan Byrne, that mentioned, yes, it's good to buy from bookstores and places like Barnes & Nobles and independent bookstores and things like that. But for traditionally published books, it really helps if you buy from big box stores, so Target, Walmart, places like that. And if you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I have been really struggling with the Walmart that is like 2 minutes from my work, that I drive by every day, twice a day, on the way to work and on the way home from work, because the person is not stocking them when they should be. And I finally was able to talk to somebody recently about it and just be like, I really want to get books on release day. And they were like, we understand. And I was like, is it a person problem? Is it a stock problem? And they weren't. And they eventually talked to a manager, because the people who stock it is a third party and not actually with Walmart itself. And it's not a shortage problem. It's not a stock problem. It's this person, I don't know if they're just bogged down or what's going on. And then I got frustrated because they redid the book section. And I mean, Walmarts everywhere have drastically decreased shelf space for non-grocery items. And I mean, the books section at my local Walmart is minuscule. It's two like singular shelves that are two shelves together and then however tall. But it's one of the shorter ones. It's not the full-size shelves, and then it's front and back. The front side that's in the aisle is all kids and young adult books. Or not young adult, but like kids and chapter books. And then the inside used to be... One side was like biographies and nonfiction, and I think at one point there was even some D&D books there or something, and coloring books. And then the other side was all romance, and then there was a section on the back that had the like more like women's fiction-y hardback kind of books. But the romance section is now been shifted down, and the like thriller, suspense, like just normal fiction books are now the top half of what used to be the romance. And what used to be 6 sections of shelves of historical romance is down to 2.5. And the half is being shared with Harlequins. So I'm just like... But when they were stocking, there was always a lot of books being sold. And like the shelves were always very quickly emptying. So I just don't understand if people are actually buying them, why they're getting rid of them. And maybe it's a shortage issue. I don't know. But I got kind of frustrated. So I noticed last time I was at Walgreens, they had some. So I stopped on the way home at Walgreens because I wanted to pick up the new Michelle McLean book, the new Lorraine Heath book, and the new Karis Michaels book. And Walgreens was not stocked. So I was like, dang it. So then I just ran into Safeway just to see, because every once in a while they'll have a couple books in with their magazine section. And they didn't have any of the new books, at least. So who knows? Maybe all these places get stocked by the same third party. I have no idea. I didn't really stop to ask. I was just like, whatever. They don't have them. I'm going. Now, there is a Target that was recently built that is like a very mini Target, and so it doesn't have a lot of books there. And so I tried my local Targets, at least the two kind of ish near me, don't really show what they have in stock online for books. So I called them and I was like, hey, do you have anybody in the back near the books that would tell me if these are in? No, they don't. And I was like, dang it, I drive by it on my way home. Too bad. So then I was like, okay, I'll see if I want to go out to the bigger Target that's in the middle of town, but it's over by like where our mall is, and it's crazy busy, and I just don't like driving in traffic. I don't like traffic. So I was just like, I'll call them. They didn't have them in stock either. And the person I talked to had no idea if they were even going to get them. And I'm like, what is happening? So then I was like, fine. If I'm willing to go out to that Target, that's not on the complete other end of town, but in the middle of town, and I live on the north end of town, I was like, a block and a half closer is the Barnes & Noble in my city, which I'm not the biggest fan of this Barnes & Noble. Every time I go in there is an issue with someone or another customer, or I hear somebody else having issues that just makes it not a fun situation to even be near. I'm not a fan of going to that Barnes & Noble. And so I'm like, all right, fine. So I checked there to see if I could pick up in store or just check see if they were in stock, and wouldn't tell me. So I'm like, fine, I'll just call them. So I called them. They had none of those books. Not even the freaking Lorraine Heath. They could order me them. And I was like, ugh. So I just went to my normal book person that I buy books from online, because it donates a portion of the proceeds or whatever to whatever local bookshop I have designated. And so I just bought them online. So I will have them either tomorrow or Thursday. I was just so like frustrated. I'm like, I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to like buy books to support these authors, but they're just not in stores. And it just really bothered me. So I'm like, great. Do I just need to change all of my other books? Because I have all of my like releases that I really am interested in. I have my pre-orders marked. I have my ebook only marked. And then I have ones marked where I pre-ordered the ebook, but I want the paperback as well. And then I have ones that I just have written down in pen because I will want them. But if I was planning on buying them in a big box store or buying them in a local store instead of pre-ordering, nobody cares that you just went pee. I don't care. Good for you, I guess. My goodness. So now I'm thinking of just flat out pre-ordering all them, because then at least I get pre-order price guarantees, and I'm just like, I just want books. Like, why is it so hard to just get books? So I'll have those 3 soon. And then the book that I need to buy in ebook form, and I do want the paperback form, but it's a little more expensive because it's Pamela LeClaire's new series, Wildest Alaska? Something Alaska. It's indie published, so it's a little bit pricier. But there is something else that came today that is earlier than I expected, so I will show you that here in a second. Hi. So today, freaking finally, I got my new Kindle. I did get the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition. I splurged, but I was like, it's worth it. My other Kindle has lasted me so long. I was like, I might as well just get the fancy one with all the little upgrades in it, because if it's anything like my other one, I will be using it until Amazon forces me to buy a new Kindle. So I have not opened it yet. I have not played with it yet. I am going to do an unboxing and setup video just to kind of show people who are interested. This is, I think, the edition that came out last year, but it is still the most current edition when I bought this. Although I have seen rumors around that the new editions of Kindles are coming out, and I'm like, of course. Right after I buy one, the new generation comes out. But considering this bad boy that I've been using is a first generation Kindle Fire that came out in like 2012. Whatever. So I will be doing an unboxing video. I did get screen protector, and I know you don't really need them for the Kindles, but I prefer to have a screen protector just in case. I have a kitty, in case something spills, in case she accidentally scratches it, in case I drop it and the screen breaks or something. At least that will hold things together. And then I decided to get an origami, because I wanted to get one possibly with a pop socket, but because I got the signature edition, it has the wireless charging. Like I can just put it on like my phone one, so it's not a plug-in, it's a little stand. So I wanted to get a case instead of doing one with a pop socket, because the pop socket I didn't want to have to take it out of the case every time I wanted to charge it. So I got one with an origami folder thing, so we'll see. I wanted to get a different color, but the other fun colors were like $10 more, and I was like, fine, I'll just get the black one. It's fine. It's black. It's a good neutral. But anyway, I'm excited to set it up. The Thursday of this week, so in 2 days when I'm filming this, is already set up to have a video. It's my romance takeover TBR. So I'll just link that up above since I just mentioned it. Okay, so I will do it the next Thursday. So this will be up Thursday, August 4th. So 2 days after this video is set to go up. And that, I think, is all I have for you right now. So let us do the quest calendar now that I've blabbered on at you. Okay. So, yesterday we collected the first flag in the Great Race. I'm assuming we are moving on to the next section. Fun. Okay. So we've got a kind of map here. Search for the second flag. No one aboard the Devil's Heart has spotted the flag. The second flag appears to be better hidden. There have been no reports of other contestants having the flag or a ship heading to the finish line. Captain Spaulding has everyone watching out for it. Search the locations for the race flag. Choose your search order before you resolve them. Okay. So, we started here at the Liftaria and at the Spire. So, I'm thinking... let's go in a circle. Let's go B, A, C, D. Because here's the spire, and then we'll kind of curve around. I kind of want to go here, but then we'll have to backtrack to come to these two. So I'm going to go this way. So B, A, C, D. All right. Let me get my dice out. Okay, so B. The ship flies near a clouded cluster of islands. These are typically avoided due to poor visibility. You search the area from a safe distance. You spot a fellow racer mounted on a bird leaving the cloudy area. They are empty-handed. If they didn't find a flag, there isn't one. Are you sure? Maybe they rolled a 1. Okay, A. The ship lands on a woodsy island. Perhaps the flags were hidden amongst the tree cover to be more difficult to find from above. A search party splits up to look for the flags. While scouting, you are ambushed by a wild and savage avian creature. Alright, so an attack. Roll an attack. We are at a +9. That's a 6, but 15. Or actually, yeah, that's a 6. I was like, wait, let me check where the dot is. Oh, cool. If your attack roll is 15 or more, you hit the bird. Sweet. So, let me roll damage. Oh, really? Mommy's attacking a bird. Well, a bird's attacking us. And then we're attacking. So, 13 plus 3, so we're at 16 damage. So, 9 or more, the bird dies. There are no race flags in this area. Okay, so section number, so then we are going to, so that's B and A. Now we're going down to C. And then D is the volcano island. Okay, C. You spot the flags on some smaller islands just beneath the capital city of Liftaria. And that was the one I wanted to go to first. Of course, a freaking course. As the Devil's Heart approaches, you are fired at by an enemy ship. The blast hits a nearby boulder and chunks scatter at the ship. Dodge the debris. So dexterity plus danger sense, which we do have, so we are at a +8. And that is a nat 20. So, if the result is 11 or more, you dodge all of the flying debris, you found the flag, and do not need to search further. Cool. Cool. So, we are not going to the volcanic island, but, you know, that's okay. That might not be the best place to go anyway, because if it's currently spitting fire, then that's not a good situation. So it sounds like tomorrow we will begin landing on this section of island, or however it needs to happen, to get the second flag and race to the finish line. So I'm hoping that by the end of this week we will have this race finished up, but we will see what all they have planned for us. But other than that, that is all I have for you. So a little bit of a longer clip today, but I went on a little rant because All I want is books. I'm not asking for like weird stuff. I'm not asking for weird indie published books. We're talking about Avon and Forever and Source Books, traditionally published historical romance. It shouldn't be that hard to find, right? It shouldn't. Okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'll just have to wait for them to come in the mail in the next couple days. But anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Hump Day. Hello. Happy Hump Day. Excuse my hair. I lay down to read a little bit because it's Wednesday, so tonight is Big Brother. So I was giving myself some time to read before watching Big Brother, and I usually started a little bit late so I can fast forward through commercials. And I finally started Her Favorite Rebound by Jackie Lau. I've been meaning to start this the past couple days, but there's been other things going on. But I am officially 42% through, and my Kindle is all set up. Woo. So fun. So far, so good. I spent way too long yesterday getting all of my settings how I wanted them and just kind of playing around with it. And then I went through all of my recent checkouts on KU and purchases and got those installed on here. And then I was like, well, I might as well start figuring out which can go where. And I got through all of the letter A's that are on my old Kindle. And for ones that I could easily transfer onto this one through Amazon, I did. But I have some that I purchased elsewhere and did through the email to your Kindle stuff, and instead of resending those to here, I'm just gonna leave them on there. So all of the ones that I had that were bought through Kindle itself are transferred onto here, and I decided every couple days I'm gonna try to go through at least a letter, if not more, depending on how big that letter is. But I'm officially through letter A. So this will be a long ongoing project, but at least it started, and I feel good because now I have stuff on here. I don't even know how many. Let's see. Let's go home. I need to get used to the new controls too. There we go, home. Let me see how many books I have on here. I have 76. So already 76. Oh my god, that's so many. And I don't even have all 20 spots in my KU done, but that's fine. It's fine. I like to leave a couple extra open anyway if I don't need them, just because in case something really cool I want to get out, I don't want to have to decide what I have to give back. But yeah, so I'm 40-something%. I don't even remember anymore. Let me pull it up. 42%. So hopefully I'll get through more of it tonight, but I have Big Brother tonight and I have Married at First Sight, and I have some editing I need to do that I have put off the past couple nights as well. So we'll see how far I get. But let's do the quest calendar so I can stop rambling at you. So yesterday we did the map and we ended up at the spot labeled C where we found the second flag. So we are going to be racing for the finish line, I believe. Oh, no, we're picking up the flag first. We gotta get the flag. Okay. Chaos ensues as Captain Spaulding has the Devil's Heart speeding toward the final flag. An enemy ship fires down on you while two bird-mounted racers are flying to pick up all of the flags so others can't get them. Ugh. Focus on just winning the game yourself. Oh my gosh. You'll need to defend the ship and shoot down the racers before you can try to grab a flag. So number 1, fire the cannon, see the combat table, and then number 2, grab a flag as the ship swoops by, which will be a dexterity roll with athlete. So it looks like we will have to do 4 gunner rolls, 2 for 2 ships, and 2 for those 2 racers. So I will get out my dice. Alright, and then, okay, our gunner skill is at a plus minus 30. So remember, it's also better to kind of be middle of the road. So number 1, ship number 1, fire the cannon. And we got a 59. So that is anywhere from 29 to 89. And the target to hit is 70. So we hit the target. The cannon blast tears through the sails of the enemy ship and slows it down. Okay, ship number 2, fire the cannon. Hi. Oh my gosh, can I help you? Why are you stepping on that? All right, so that is a 42. So we have anywhere from 12 to 72. And the target to hit is 30. So we hit. Your shot breaks off the wing of the enemy ship. It spirals out of control. So racer number 1. And that is 77. So we are from 47 to 100. And the target to hit is 65. Perfect. If you hit the target, your cannon blast hits the island where the mounted racer was picking up a flag. The racer and his bird plummet. Well, I hope that he doesn't die. Alright, and then the final racer number 2. And that is a 60. So we are from 30 to 90. And the target to hit is 45. Perfect. We hit all 4 of our gunners this time. If you hit the target, your cannon blast hits the mounted racer. The bird gets scared and flies away. So we hit all 4 targets, so we collect 4 gold. And then now, grab a flag as the ship swoops by. You are lowered down on a rope and the ship sails as close as it can to the small islands. You dangle below, hoping to get close enough to grab one quickly. So our dex is a plus 6. We do have the athlete skill, which gives us another plus 2. Plus that's one that our follower gives us, which is another plus 2. So grand total of plus 10 to whatever we roll. And that is a 9, but it's okay. 19 is our total. And we needed a 12. You snag the flag as you pass by. Success. The ship hoists you up to the main deck. You take no time to celebrate as the ship sails off to the finish line. Yay! We are headed to the finish. That is perfect. And I'm guessing we may or may not have one more check or page to cross the finish line. It wouldn't surprise me if we have to fight off other people reaching the finish line. But if not, that's okay. We will hopefully succeed in that. Alrighty, I think that is all I have for you. So I'm going to get started watching Big Brother tonight. I'm super excited. I was listening to a different live feed YouTuber and podcast, and it wasn't quite giving me what I was needed. So I will link it down below, but I started the Rob Has a Podcast feed for Big Brother, and they do a live feed update every day at 11 that goes over what happened on the feeds the day before, and I am obsessed. It pops up like every day around noon at work, and I'm always just like, oh, live feeds are up, the live feed update is up, and I really, really hope that Big Brother does better editing, because a lot of the stuff going on in the house isn't really being shown, and the context is missing for what's actually going on from what's airing on national TV. But it is what it is. But I am excited for tonight. Tonight is the setup to hopefully a big blindside that's supposed to be happening tomorrow. And I'm hoping there's a huge argument that went down before the veto meeting that was after they cut feeds. So nobody really knows. Like, they've pieced together bits and pieces of it. But hopefully we'll see the argument on live TV. And every time anybody talks about it, they try to cut away from it really quick as well during the feed. So I want to know, I need to know these things. My mom used to watch the live feeds because I used to watch Big Brother way back when they still had like the manual, like put the key and turn it. Now they only do that for the winner. But I remember the live feeds were on Showtime, and my mom specifically got the Showtime package on our TV service because she wanted to watch the live feeds for Big Brother. And I remember just walking in and just like seeing, like, she was watching people just like hanging out in the bathroom, and I didn't realize what it was, and she was folding laundry, and I was like, what in the world are you watching? Because people are whispering at each other. And she's like, it's Big Brother live feeds. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, I know she's probably watching it with me in spirit because I know she loved Big Brother. But her and my aunt loved reality TV too. But anyway, I'll stop rambling at you so I can actually watch Big Brother instead of talk about it. But I'll link the podcast feed. I'll put the Spotify link because that's how I listen to it down below. But yeah, tomorrow it's only supposed to be in the 70s. I am ready for a cool day. We're supposed to get rain off and on all day. I am ready for cooler weather for sure. But hopefully it actually is what it's supposed to be. But I will let you know. Have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hello. Surprise. Happy Friday. It was a day yesterday. It was a freaking day. And then I did not have a good night. If you did not know, I have a roommate who I was not told before moving in that he had some sort of, I don't know, mental something. I don't know what exactly it is. Sometimes I feel like it's along the lines of like Asperger's or some sort of autism disorder, but there are almost daily. He has what I call mini freakouts, where he'll be like jumping up and down and like talking to himself kind of slightly aggressively to himself about how stupid he is and things like that, and you know, just the jumping up and down. And when it's right across the hall on these wood floors, it always shakes me in my bed and it wakes me up in the middle of the night, scares me awake. But a couple of times he has major freakouts, and last night was one of those. So I was laying in bed reading, and all of a sudden it sounds like furniture's flying, and he goes out in the living room and he starts screaming at the top of his lungs. And it's scary. I was very scared. I contacted his mom and was like, she's also my landlord, and was like, he's freaking out. And then I called my boss, or I texted my boss, and then she called me, and I was just like, this is what's going on. I'm kind of scared. I just want to let you know in case something happens and you don't hear from me, which sounds extreme, but I was scared. And it's happened before, and I've been terrified. The first time it happened, he completely destroyed my vacuum cleaner, ripped curtains off the walls. Like, it was a huge hullabaloo. I don't think anything got destroyed last night, but I don't know. And it's just disappointing because when his mom texted me back after the fact, and she was just like, I talked to him. That's all she said. I talked to him. It's a difference if he like freaks out or he's making noise or something like that. But like, I don't have a lock on my door. I have like a pocket knife I keep on my bedside table just in case. So I have, you know, something to defend myself. But I'm just like, outside of the fact that I don't actually know what's wrong with him. So that was never explained to me. I was never told any signs to kind of look out for or anything. So it's just, I don't know. I could not sleep very well last night, and he makes noise every night. I've had to start sleeping with a white noise machine now to even get some sleep, and I don't know. It's not the best situation, but I do what I do. I make it through it. I will be moving in August. Still don't know where, but I will be moving. My lease ends at the end of the month, so I'm on waiting lists for a couple of places, but nothing has opened up yet, and so it's just kind of frustrating. But anyway, so I didn't sleep well, but I did manage to finish because it took me a while to fall asleep. I finished Her Favorite Rebound by Jackie Lau. I finally started it on Wednesday. I'm going to give this 4.5 stars. There's just something so cozy and comforting. Can I help you? I just gave you fresh water. What is wrong with you? What? What? Come here. Are you lonely? Oh my goodness. What is wrong with you? Excuse me while let's give the kitty attention time. It's Friday, so I went grocery shopping, so I was home late, so she's even more so starved for attention. Oh goodness, can you say sorry for yelling in the background? Say I'm sorry. You're just gonna hang out. Alright. I don't even remember what's going on, but 4.5 stars. I love it. Jackie Lau is just very comforting to me. She's one of my favorite contemporary authors. And this was, to continue her backlist, was on my TBR for this month. So I have one book left in my TBR for July, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury, but I will be reading that this weekend because I have the graphic audio on my Hoopla, so I will be reading along with the audio for that, which I did for Akatar, so I'm very, very excited for that. This is a very happy kitty right now. But because I was not sleeping, I finished it. So this only worked for Summer of Swoon, but I was able to use this for board number 1, and this covered a spring 2022 new release. This came out in March. I think it came out in March, so that counts for that. So I only have 3 prompts left for the first bingo board of Summer of Swoon. Probably, if I do finish the second one, only get to 2 and not 3, but that's okay. My reading's definitely slowed down this year. I'm only at like 104 books so far, and usually I hit 100 at the very least early June, so I'm ahead of the game, but not like far behind, at least, because I usually just set my Goodreads at 200, but my reading has definitely slowed down. But then I decided to just pick up something random, and I had Love at First Fight by Carrie Aarons on my KU list, so I decided to pick that up. I saw Shelby read this last year. I think it came out last year. I'm not 100% when it came out, but I know Shelby read it last year, and it looks really cute. I remember the cover. The cover really stands out to me. I don't know why. Okay, you said you were done. And so this, so far, I'm only, I don't know. I don't even know how far I am. Waiting for it. Waking up. 27%. So I'm not too far in. Hopefully I can finish it tonight, or at the very least tomorrow morning, because I need to get Mist and Fury read before the live show Sunday night. But I plan to read it this weekend. Last time I read it all in one day. So I'm guessing that's most of what tomorrow is going to be, but we will see what happens. And so far, I'm really enjoying my Kindle. It does take it a little bit. Okay, maybe if I don't pick it up in a little bit. Now it quickly opened up. So, but when I just did it, it took a while to load. But I'm really enjoying it. I think the biggest thing that I don't like about it is the covers are in black and white, and I get it. It's the Piper White, but it's kind of fun to have all my covers in color on my Kindle Fire. But it is what it is. I'm definitely enjoying it. It's taking me a little bit to get used to the slight difference in commands, but because like I can tap the book on the Kindle Fire and that'll bring up like the menu stuff to go back home or whatever. But on this one, you have to specifically tap at the top. And so there'll be times where, not thinking, I tap in the middle to like set a bookmark or something and have like all that stuff pop up and it turns the page. And I'm like, dang it, gotta go backwards. And then you have to specifically put it in this top corner to do the bookmark. So that's a little thing that's a little bit funky because it doesn't like show up. I have to, like, if you bring the top thing down, I guess the bookmark's there. I guess it is there, but it's just slightly different and slightly, I don't know, I guess a little less intuitive, like tapping in the like just tapping it will bring up the menu kind of a thing, but I'll get used to it. It's not a big deal. So yeah, I will definitely be reading more of that tonight. And then I did get the other 3 historical romances that I ranted about earlier this week. Speaking of, I went grocery shopping tonight. Before I show you the 3 books I got, I just went down the books just to see. They haven't even made space for the July 26th releases yet. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I know I'm not the only one in this town that reads historical romance, because when the used bookstore was open, there was always, like, I'd go once every couple of months and there was always new Lisa Kleypases, and like, they have so much historical romance there. I'm sad that they are still closed. One of the owners is sick, so they temporarily, is what they said, closed it for health reasons. But it's been like 4 or 5 months now and still no update on if they ever plan on returning. And I've seen people reach out to be like, I'll even volunteer to be open, or just like, or let us at least come, and don't accept new books, but let us come buy the books, and then you guys can get more kind of income coming in, that kind of a thing. And they're not going to do it. And I get it. They can do it however they want. But I'm just like, I need a good used bookstore in this town. All right. Let's talk about what I got. So I got book 2 in Michelle McLean's Gunslinger series. This is the Gunslinger's Guide to Avoiding Matrimony. Super excited for this. I definitely want to try to pick this up soon, but it has been a little bit since I read the first book in this series, so I think I want to reread the first book and then pick this one up. So we will see what happens. Then I got book 3 in Karis Michael's A Duchess by Midnight. This is the book 3 in her Awakened by a Kiss series. Okay, so I heard somebody say something that this is more of a Cinderella retelling. But it's the pink dress and the dark hair with the navy pants and the white open shirt. Like, this cover is Little Mermaid. This cover is Little Mermaid. So, I don't know. I didn't read the blurb. I just got it. So, Even more so because it looked like it was a Little Mermaid retelling to me. But who knows? Maybe it's mashed together with Cinderella. And then the other book I got was Lorraine Heath's. This is the third book in her Once Upon a Dukedom series, The Return of the Duke. I have not started this series yet, but I definitely need to. I love Lorraine Heath. And I mean, these are the historicals we want. These beautiful clinch covers. Oh, I love them. I love them, love them, love them. So, new books. Yay. Alright. I'm going to stop rambling at you because I just can't help myself. What is wrong with you? She's meowing at my shoes. What do my shoes smell like? I didn't go anywhere. I just went to work in the store. Goodness, I didn't play with any animals. Yeah? My goodness. Alright, let's finish this so I can give her attention that she wants. That she so desperately wants. Alright, so we have 2 days to do. So, on Wednesday, we did collect the second flag. So, let us see what Thursday brought. Ooh. It looks like we've got to attack something. Something's coming for us. And it looks like... Oh, you know what? This is probably a demon because we're getting close to getting the shard. And it is 3 rounds, and you have to roll a wisdom and then attack damage. So I'm guessing this is a demon, but let's see what it says. The Devil's Heart has a clear lead and may win the race. But just as you sail away with the final race flag, a flying demon descends aboard the ship and starts viciously attacking the crew. All operations halt as everyone fights it off. You run up to fight off the monster. So, the wisdom, I'm guessing, is going to be the staff banishing the demon. Hi! She found a perch behind me. You say, hi! Yeah? Did I touch you so now you're quiet? Now she's grunting at me. Oh my goodness! I swear, kitty face. Alright, so D20, let us roll. Alright, so wisdom roll is first, so we are at a +2. And that is a 14, so 16. Alright, so we needed an 18 or more to banish the demon. I could use 2 of our points from using the staff previously, but I'm going to hold off because we have 3 rounds. So, let us do an attack roll. Alrighty, so our attack is a +9. And that is a 17, so that's a lot better. So, let's do 26. We are still on round 1, so 17 or more, so we hit on the die. And our damage is 2d10 plus 3. Alrighty. And that is 2 5s. So we are at 10, 13. Alright, so if your damage roll is 12 or more, the demon is stunned this round, so perfect. So round number 2, wisdom roll is first. Once again, we are at a +2. And that is a 13, so that makes it a 15. This time it was a 16. That's fine. Alright, so let's just attack again. We're pretty good at attacking, so I'm not too worried. That is a 10, so 19. If your attack roll is 17 or more, you hit the demon this round. So damage is, that is a 6 and another 6. Cool. So that's weird. We rolled 2 5s and then 2 6s. Wonder if the next one will be 2 7s. So that's 12 plus 3, so 15 damage. And we needed 13 to stun him this round, so we do stun him. Round number 3, wisdom roll once again, and that is a 19, so we are at a 21, and we needed a 14 this round. So reduce our health by 1, but we gain a +1 bonus to any future die roll, and combat is over because we banished the demon back to its home realm. So alright, so we killed or banished the demon, so we did banish it. Collect 3 gold. Alrighty, very cool. So I'm going to get those marked down in case it has any bearing on what happens next. I'm guessing next hopefully we'll be finishing up the race, but let me just mark that we now have alright, so we now have 4 damage. And then we gain 3 gold. So we are up to 77 gold. Okay, so let's see what today's quest calendar brings. So once again, we fought the demon. And today, here's the finish line. Yay, fun. This is a good way to finish off the week. The finish line is in sight, but in the fight with the demon, you lost the advantage. Other ships have both flags and are nearing the finish. One ship, the Air Dragon, is playing dirty. They stayed near the finish line and are trying to capture a ship that already found the flags and are going to claim them as their own. So we have 4 ships, it looks like, that we're going to make gunner rolls for. So I will, that is the one that we just did. So I will stick that in there so we don't get confused. Okay, so, alright, another description of our gunner skill. Once again, it is a percentile roll, and we have a ±30 to our skill. So we will plus and minus 30 to whatever we roll that will give us our target range, and if the target is in that range, we hit. Alrighty, so ship number 1, fire the cannon. Alright, and that is 30. So weird, so we are 1 to 60. The target to hit is 40. So we hit. The cannon blast hits a nearby ship and rips through its sails, slowing it down. Okay, ship number 2. And that is a 57. So we are 27 through 87. The target to hit was 55. So your shot hits the gun port of a ship and disables several cannons. And then ship number 3. Alrighty, this is 91. So we are 61 through 100. Whew, that's good. The target to hit is 70. I was a little nervous on that one. So the cannon shot hits the navigator, who abruptly turns the ship away from the finish line. That's funny. We like scared him into turning. Alright, final ship, ship number 4. And that is a 67. So 37 to 97. Ooh, the target to hit was 30, so that one was a little close. But we hit. Your cannon blast hits the propeller of a ship and stops it dead in its tracks. We hit 4 of the 4 targets, so we get 4 gold. And that is it. So I'm guessing this weekend we will finish the race, if not Monday or Tuesday. I'm guessing tomorrow. But that will be in next week's vlog. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your week went a little better than mine did. We kind of had a rough end to this one, but that's okay. Next week, I've got some good books I got a good book I need to pick up this weekend. And we've got the beginning of August. Next Monday is August 1st. It's the start of the Romance Takeover Readathon. I will be vlogging for that. It's obviously currently going when you're watching this video, if you watch it when I post it. My TBR I'll link up above just for fun in case you have not seen it yet. But yeah, we will see what August brings. Hopefully I can find a place. Hopefully things kind of sort themselves out. And we will see what happens. But I will see you all very soon.